I'm Dirk Strongman, current resident at Mindfulness Institute, formerly known as deLaurance. Thanks for selecting this video, in which we summarize Chapter 14 of L.W. deLaurance's The Master Key, giving a summary of 3 lessons. Chapter 14, Lesson 20, Lesson 21, and Lesson 22. If you haven't subscribed to this channel here, by the way, please go ahead and do it right now while I continue my little introductory speech here now. You can activate the notification bell at the same time. Please remember to give the video a thumb up, even if you didn't like it, to help attract others to it who might like it. Share the video with others however you can. Share the joy of this channel with others however you can, please. And make note of the donation by PayPal information in this video's description area, immediately below your media player window right now. So let's continue. Summary of Lesson 20. The nature of habit. Remember that habit is that tendency of the mind to repeat its processes with their characteristic movements. A fixed habit. Note the outstanding features of fixed habits: automatism and facility. Remember that in acquiring habits of skill, you are apt to use more muscles than are requisite. Analysis of the muscles required will save you much in time and labor. Habit formation. Concentrate on the start of a good habit and embrace the aid of good impulses to strengthen the start. In forming habits of skill, see to it that the initial movements are correct in every detail. Bad habits, don't fight a bad habit. Excuse me, concentrate on its opposite, like vice versus virtue. Don't dwell on your lapses, forget them. Note that minor bad habits are all performed unconsciously. Note that minor bad habits are all performed unconsciously, and to cure them, become conscious of them. A special remark now, special note: make a list of your good habits and bad habits. Seek to strengthen the former and to eradicate the latter. Summary of Lesson 21, Will Culture, Mind Training. Excuse me. Volition. Now, volition is always a conscious act. It seeks a definite end. It's never satisfied until its end is reached. Alien ideas antagonistic to this end are not volitions. They have come unsought and are not identified with you. Emotions and instincts. These are 2 of the principal factors that influence volition: emotions and instincts. Note the order of the events in an emotional state. Also, the 3 classes of emotions: the perceptual, the ideational, and the organic. Note that instincts are independent of education and are distinguished from reflex actions. The section on the emotions and their correlate instincts is very important. That's Lesson 20. We're still summarizing Lesson 21. Desire and motive. Note that the strength of a desire lies not in itself, but in the totality or universe of your desires. Remember that a motive induces you to act, whereas a desire often ends in inaction. Suggestion. Seek to understand the part suggestion plays in your life. Your life. Note the things and persons that influence you and the ways in which they influence you. This will put you on your guard and strengthen your willpower. Excuse me. Man. Excuse me once again. Note the power of a suggestion when in agreement with your convictions. This should be noted by all who wish to treat a subject scientifically. Convictions must be treated and tested impartially. Now, education of the will. Summary of lesson 22. Types of will. Read carefully this section in lesson 21, unless you understand your type. Read carefully this section in lesson 21 until you understand your type of will. Endeavor to cultivate the ideal type. Motives and success. Analyze your motives, for this will reveal their strength. When you have secured yourself against conflict of motives, you add greatly to your chances of success. Impulses and emotions. Learn how to check emotions and how to simulate them. Note that impulses demand instant recognition. That is, they must be gratified instantly or checked instantly, one or the other. If you encourage them, they are sure to result in action. Qualities to cultivate. Fight indolence by testing your moods for work. Cultivate hope by having faith in yourself. Cultivate the cheerfulness, for this will increase your energy. Practice the smile exercise and note its effect on your moods. Cultivate the politeness and the courtesy from models. In other words, study the people you meet who have these qualities. Self-reliance. Test the value of the tight-shut mouth. Cultivate self-assertion. But remember to use it with tact. Never indulge in self-depreciation. Will in action. Get a thorough grasp of this section. Understand your part, your aim in life, and play the part now. Auto-suggestion. Remember that auto-suggestion is used universally, but mostly unconsciously. To use it consciously, with faith in its powers, is to add enormously to your power of will. The art of influencing others. We are all called upon to influence others. Therefore, all should learn the means of doing this. Note the importance of what you are when alone and the influence you have on others. Also study lesson 25 on personal magnetism. Exercise. You should practice some form of physical exercise each day. It tends to keep you in good health. Remember that ill health greatly lessens willpower. Ill health greatly lessens willpower. Diet. Do not be a faddist in diet. Eat what agrees with you, but see that you masticate thoroughly what you eat. Eat what agrees with you, but see that you thoroughly masticate thoroughly what you eat. That you masticate thoroughly what you eat, excuse me. Remember that thorough mastication is the best guard against overindulgence in eating, especially so in the case of eating meat. Now, a special note, final note for the chapter. As the sections on willpower in business and in study are of special application and sufficiently condensed in themselves already, I will not summarize them. I know that the students to whom these sections especially appeal will carefully digest them. And that is it. So we conclude this video. The following chapter will be chapter 15. And we'll be on to lesson 23, memory, beginning with the section good and bad memories, commencing with this first paragraph. I have an awful bad memory. I cannot remember anything. How often one has to listen to such expressions stated with perfect sincerity. It comes as a startling fact to such a person if you tell him that there is no such thing as an absolutely bad memory. Yet this is so. And that's where we'll pick up in the next video in this series. L.W. deLaurance is the master key. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumb up. And please subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell to be apprised of new uploads here. Share the joy of this channel with others, and by all means, please check out the donation by PayPal information in this video's description area, immediately below your media player window right now. Thank you for selecting this video on education of the will. I'm Terry Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage Institute, formerly known as the Ron Q Amateur. See you in the next one. Be well.